Hello all. In this video, this is the second video about the percentage increase or decrease. So make sure that you better read or better watch. The first video is talk about the Chinese meaning of all the words before you know to do these questions. Okay, now to make the revision for you all, first of all, I'm going to talk about the percentage increase. We have four formulas. For the first one is called the increase. Increase will equal to the new value minus the original value. We know that for new one must be greater than the original one, so that will be an increase 增加. And also for decrease, we will have the vice versa. For the original value minus the new value. Okay, for percentage increase, you have the increase over original value times 100%. For percentage decrease, you have the decrease divided by original value. Whatever you have, you will see the original value always will be the denominator. Make sure that you know all this thing. The formula 3, I will not tell you about that. This is coming from the formula 2. We will do it in the question later. But what we are going to learn is that the new value will equals to the original value times 1 plus the percentage increase. That means after you increase the percentage, after you times the original value, you will see the new value, the adding part, and then you add back the original value, you will get the same number. And for the decrease, you will use 1 minus because I will take away some part of the percentage you do not want, and we will form the other part will become the new value. So make sure that you know what you are going to do. So before you do this question, we will go to question 1 so that you can do these questions easily and to understand it. Okay, find the percentage increase or decrease in each of the following. Okay, now look at this. For question 1, increase 50 by 15 by means that you are going to add something to 50. So, in this case, for 50, okay, for 50, this is the original value. But for 15, look at this. Because I will buy, that means I will only add it together. So the new value is not 15. The new value is 65. That means it's 50 plus 15. So this one is the increase. So make sure that you know what you are doing. Next, I will talk about part B, and you must make sure that you know how to do this work. So obviously, you can use the formula 2 immediately. We increase will be 15, so we write down 15 here for the percentage increase. Over 50 is the original value times 100%. So you will see the answer for this one. We will do the cancellation for these two, and you got 2, so this is 30%. Okay, so this one is obvious. But for part B, please pay attention about that. For part B, this is increase from 10 to 20. For 10, obviously, once again, from, this is the original value. But for 2, that means I come to there, I go to there, 我去到嗰度. So that means the number I'm going to from 10 to 20 is in Chinese means that 我由10去到20. So 20 is not increased this time. 20 this time is not an increase. 20 this time is a new value. So you must do one more step for question 1. For 1B, that is, you must minus them to get the increase part of it. So this is 20 minus 10, you have 10. So this one will be the increase. Okay, this is the increase. Okay, and the percentage increase, once again, you will have the increase, that is 10, over the original value is the orange one, is 10 times 100%. So cancel it. Okay, that is 1. So the answer is 100%. Okay. So make sure that the difference between a by and something between 2, by and 2, you will get 2 different questions. Okay, make sure that you know how to do this question carefully. Okay, I will pause 15 seconds for you, and then I will go to question 2. This time, you are going to do it for me. I'll give you 30 seconds to understand the question and do the question. And I will remind you that pay attention about the by and to, okay? Okay, now I'll give you the question 1C and 1D. And now please do it by yourself first. Okay, now I will start to discuss the question C and question D. So if you cannot finish this part, please pause the video now. Make sure that you know, I think that you can do this question well. But if you are still continuing doing work, please pause the video. Okay. Now I will discuss part C and part D. For first one, you must know is that you are going to write decrease 80 by 20. So for 80, okay. This one is the original value. You must know this. Original value. Okay, by. And then you have 20. So this 20 is not the new value. The 20 for this one is decrease. This is decrease. So we can write 20 immediately here, okay? That means the new value for this number is 60, okay? New value is 60, okay? And then I over 80, okay? Make sure that original value will be the denominator. So we can do the cancellation, 18 and 20, you have 1 and 4, and 4 and 100, you have 25. So this is 25%, okay? This is part C. Okay, for part D, once again, you have the orange one. The 125 is the original value, okay? I decrease from something, so this is the start, okay? Original value. This is a start, but this time 80 is not the decrease because to something, that means this is the end of it. So to 80, so this is the new value, okay? So make sure that, although it's so short for you, the question, but you must know what is the meaning of these words, otherwise you will have problem. You're going to need to find the decrease once again. This is 125 minus 80. You got 45. Okay, this time the 45 will be the green one, will be the decrease, okay? So this is decrease. And then we can use 45 over 125 times 100%. Okay, we can have some fun. Okay, we can do the cancellation. 125 and 100. You have 4 and 5 immediately. We can divide by 25. Okay, 5 and 45, you get 9. So you have 36%. Okay. In case you can say that, Mr. Tan, why you can add these two numbers immediately? You can divide by 25 immediately. Because it's obvious, you know, for 20, the multiple of 25 is 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 150, 175, 200, 225, 250, etc., etc. You will see all the multiple of 25 will be the end of 25, 50, 75, 00. So I can immediately see these two, I can erase it immediately so that the number will cancel it so quick for divided by 25. So I will do something quick. Okay, now before I go to question 3, make sure that you know how you can do this question. Okay? And next, we will go to the real life problem. Okay, now we will go to question 2. Question 2, this time I will give you, question 2 is not a real life problem, but it's also the calculation for you. So let me move it up so that you can make sure that you can do this question by yourself. Okay, for question 2, find the increase and decrease. Make sure that this time, look at this question. Always you have some number for here for the increase and decrease. Because make sure that you know something that, because when you look at the question you have for question 2 and question 3, you will see similar question because all we have something that called increase. We have increase, a number by another percentage. But in these two questions, you will see it's totally different. That is, this time we are going to find increase and decrease. For this one, you are going to find the new value. So if you cannot read the question carefully, you will find you will do it wrong. Most of the times, students will do make everything to the new value, but forget to make something called increase and decrease. So make sure that you know what you are doing. Okay, now we'll go to question 2 first. Okay, if I want to find the increase, that means the part the number where that we add to become the new value. So we will use the formula of number 3. That is that I will increase the original value times percentage increase. So for 500, you can immediately times 35%, so you get the question answer correct. And the answer for this one you will have is 500 times 100 over 35, 35 over 100, so you cancel 2 0 immediately. You got 5 times 35. This time the answer you will have 5 times 5 is 25, 3 times 5 is 15, so the answer is 175. So this is the answer for the increase. That means I add 175 to 500, so that the new value will be 675. Okay, not 175 will be the last number, because 175 obviously is smaller than 500. This one will never be the will not be the new value, because the new value must be greater than 500, right? Okay, now for part B, so you are going to do something like this. So this time your turn. I'll give you 15 seconds to write down the answer for me. Okay, use the 25. The hint is 25. You can use the cancellation with the 25 and 100. Okay, so make sure that you know how to do this. Okay, we will start discuss the question. So if you cannot finish, just pause the video. Okay, now the answer for this one is called increase. So you're going to times them together is okay. 25 km times 18%. Okay, you have something like this. So you have 25 times 18 over 100. I've told you the multiple of 25, you can do cancellation, 25 and 100. This is 4 immediately. Okay, you can remember this once again. So 18 and 4, you have 9 and 2. So the answer for this one is 4.5 km. 9 over 2 is 4.5. So you have the increase, okay, here. Okay, now this is question 2. Okay, now we will go to part C and part D, so make sure that you know how to do this question. Okay, okay, this is your turn, so please look at the question part A and part B to find the answer for part C and part D. I will give you 30 seconds to finish these two questions. Okay, now we will discuss the answer for this two. So please make sure that you know how to do this before that you can pause the video immediately. Okay, otherwise we will start the answer. Okay, now 16 times 5% immediately. This is the decrease. Never mind. So you will get a similar. That means you will go down once again the number. So 16 times 100 with the denominator and 5 as a numerator. So you do the cancellation. 105, you get 1 and 20 immediately. 20 and 16 is 4 and 5. So the answer is 0.8. A very little number, 0.8 only. So make sure that you know how to do these questions. This is part C, and part D, you will go to decrease. Once again, so I give you 5 seconds stop. Okay, and we will go to this one, and this is 150 times 70 over 100. Okay, you can do the cancellation once again. Sorry, I'm sorry about that. You have 150 times 70% first. I do too quick. So that you can do the cancellation immediately, you have two ways. First of all, I suggest you to use 2 and 3, and then 2 and 70, you got 35. And 3 times 35 is 105. Why I'm the way is that 35 times 2 is 70. So when you add 35 is 105. So we have this the first question. That means I will decrease 105 kilogram. So that means only 45 kilogram is left for the new value. Okay, so this one is question 2. So make sure that you know how to do this. We are going to find the increase and decrease. And for question 3, we will have the same question type for this A, B, C, D, but we will have different calculation because we are going to find the new value. Okay, I'll give you 5-second pause. Okay, if you cannot continue, just pause the video and we will go to question 3. Okay, this time question 3. Find the new value. This time for the increase 25 by 10%, you will see something like this, is that this time, because we add something, we are going to find the new value. We will use 1 plus. That means that we will add the original part of it to the increase. 250 times 1, so you will get the original. And 250 times 10%, you will get the increase part. So this is 10%. Okay. So now what we are going to do is that we're going to calculate the 250 times, because this is 1 is obvious. Just move 1 to here, 110% before 10, so you can take. Okay, if you only have 5, you will get 105. Okay, make sure that you add it at the 100 digit. So you have this one, 250 times 110 over 100. So the new value, this one is obvious. You can cancel this 0 or 0, or you can try to cancel the 25 and 100 once again. This is 10 and this is 4. But I will cancel it for the 1, I will cancel the 0. Okay, this is much easier for you. 25 times 11, so you have 250 plus 25, so this is 275. This is new value. So why do you know that this may be correct? Because maybe only, okay, because this one is greater than 250 for increase something. So this is 275. Obviously, this is the correct answer. Otherwise, I will not calculate for you. Okay, now I will do the part C first, and I will leave this time. I will leave part B and part D for you to do it. Okay, now for decrease, this time you are going to minus something because I take away 45% from here. So I will minus 45%. Okay, 100% minus 45%, you will have 55%. Okay, 55 plus 45 is 100. Okay, so 40 times 55 over 100. So this time what will I do? The cancellation, I will cancel 40 and 100 because the both of them can divide by 20. So this is 2, this is 5. You can cancel 5 and 55, you get 11. So the answer is 22. Only 22 left. So 14 minus something away, I only have 22. So make sure that you know how to do these questions. Okay, now for part B and part D, I give you 30 seconds. You can try it first and I will tell you the answer after the 30 seconds. Okay, now we will go to part B and part D. If you cannot finish, just pause the video. Okay, now I will start the answer. New value this time is 75 milk. But this time we will times not just the 12% because this is increase. So 1 plus 12%. Okay, so you have 75 times 112 over 100. Okay, this is 112%. So we have something. Once again, for 25, you know that this is 25, this is 25, so this is 4, this is 3, and then we divide by 112 with 4. 4 times is 2 with the 8 and 28. So the answer for this one is 84. The answer is that milk. Okay, I will increase it to 84 milk. And then this time for the other D, you have new value once again. And then this time what we have is 60 degrees Celsius times 1 minus 20%. Because I'm decrease, I will have the minus side here. Okay, for increase, we have the positive side. For decrease, you have the minus side here. For new value only, not for increase and for decrease. Okay, so you have 60 times 80%, and then 60 times 80 over 100. Okay, we will do the cancellation. 0, 0, 0, 0. 6 times 8 is 48. So degrees Celsius. So that means it decreased to 48 degrees Celsius. Okay, now these 4 questions, I hope you all can know how to do this once again. So I probably think that for question 4, that must be the application. That means the real life problem. So I will stop here for 15 seconds to make sure that you know all the things. Okay, I will do the question 4. So if you still have problem, please pause the video now. For question 4, okay, let me move it to here. Okay, this time is the price of a sketchbook was $20 last week. The price, we are going to use the formula 1, so let me move it to the top. Question 2. Look at the price of a sketchbook. We do not know what's the meaning of the sketchbook. In case we have no need to know it, just the price of something was $20 last week. So in Chinese, this one is called 收秒表. You can use it in visual art. Okay, 收秒表. The price is increased by $6 this week. What is the percentage increase in the price of the sketchbook? Okay, now let's look at this. Once again, we have 2 numbers. We must know what is the meaning of these 2 numbers. The price was $20 last week, so this one 20 is the original value. Okay, so the price increased by, okay, do you remember what's the meaning of by? This one is, the answer is increase. Okay, the green one, the increase or the decrease. So this one is the increase. So we are going to calculate is that the percentage increase. Okay, now, so we know this percentage increase in the price of the sketchbook. Okay. Okay, we are going to calculate something like this. This time we will use the part 2 original immediately because the increase is here. So we have 6 over 20 times 100% immediately. We can use the 6 is the increase. The original value is 20 times 100%. So you must remember all this formula before you go to do the exercise for it. Okay, we do the cancellation. 20 and 100, you have 5. The answer is 30%. Okay, the answer for percentage increase is 30%. So we finish this question easily. So it's difficult for you all is that you must distinguish all this number Are they original value, increase, new value, or etc. etc. So make sure that you know what you are going to do. Okay, for question 5, we are going to do. Okay, now we're going to question 5. Okay, the rate of Irene decreased from 60 kilogram to 57 kilogram. Find the percentage decrease in her weight. So we have two numbers. We have 60 kilogram. We have 57 kilogram. Okay, what are you going to do is that, what is 60 kilogram? Is a original value, new value, or decrease? The answer for 60 kilogram is obvious. This is original value. Okay, original value. Okay, what about 57 kilogram? This one is decrease or the new value. The answer for this one, because it's 2, so this is new value. Okay, new value. So this time we need to do 2 parts. First of all, we must find the decrease, and then second part we're going to calculate the percentage decrease. So I can do it just in one formula. Percentage decrease in her weight. Okay, we just copy the question for the headings. And then this time I want to find the decrease. The decrease is from 60 to 57. So this is 60 minus 57 immediately. This is 3 kilogram is for the decrease. Over which one do you remember that? The original one or the new one? The answer is the original one. Don't use this one, okay, for the denominator. So always be the original value times 100%. You have something like this. And then we have 3 over 60 times 100%. Okay, cancellation, 160, 3, 5. Oh, that's great. The only answer is 5%. So you finish question 5. I'll give you 15 seconds to understand the other questions before I go. Okay, now we will go to question 6. The price of a t-shirt is 120. It is decreased by 25% in the coming sale. What is the new price? We are going to calculate the new price. That means this is the new value we are going to calculate. Okay, it remind me to the question 3. That means we must use the 1 plus or 1 minus. This is the percentage decrease. So we will minus it, okay? This one is the 120 is the original one, so this one is the original value, okay? Original value. So for this formula, it's so easy for you to understand. If you know all the meaning of this number, in case this one is nothing, because I call it t-shirt, I call it sketchbook, I call it a pen, even anything I call, it's not important. The most important part is that I must know which one is the off. What is the meaning of this number? You must find out from the English. By, that means I must divide my piece. So I will have the new price. The new price is, okay, following to the formula, you know that it's 120 times 1 and 25%. Because this is decrease, so you have minus. Okay, this is minus. So we have 120 times 75%. We have 120 times 75 over 100. Once again, the multiple of 25, you have 3 and 4. And 4 with 120, you have 30. So the new price is $90. Okay, so you get this is the new price for question 6. Okay, I will pause for 15 seconds and we will go to question 7 to question 9. Okay, for you all. Okay, question 7. The number of visitors of a theme park. Theme park in Chinese is called 主题公園. So it's also a lot important work. You must know. You must not need to know in this question. It's just a park, and you know it's okay. It's increased by 8% to 15120 this year. Find the number of visitors last year. 上年, okay? So the number of visitors of the theme park is increased by 8%. So this one is obviously, this is the percentage increase. And for 2 something, this year, 今年, 上年. So obviously, you know that 15120. This time is not original value. We are going to, this one is called the new value. New value. Okay. So what about the number of the visitor? We are going to find is the original value. What we are going to find is the original value. So this time I have the percentage increase, I have the new value, and I want to find the original value. So this time we need the unknown x. Let x be the number of visitors last year. So we have the unknown x, and then we write down x times 1 plus, because this is increase. Every time increase will imply a plus sign here. So make sure that don't do anything wrong. Once again, for increase, that must be plus. Okay, 8%. Okay, 8%. So we will have x times, what is the percent here? This time make sure that you know this is 108%, not 180. Please pay attention about this. This is 108%, not 180. Most of the students will get this is 180, but this is wrong. Okay, this is 15120 once again. So we have x is equal to 15120 divided by 108%. Okay, we have this. And then we will continue to do the calculation, because obviously we know x is forever, so we do not need to write something in the left hand side. So it defined here. Okay, 15120 divided by 108 over 100, and then we interchange this. So we will do the cancellation. It is a little bit complicated, but we can do it one by one. First of all, for 108 is obviously we can divide it by 100 with 4, because this is the multiple of 4. So this is 25 and this is 27. Okay, this 27 can be divided by 9, so we check it. 1 times plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 1 plus 2 is 9 plus 0. So all the sum of these digits is 9. So you will see this must be the multiple of 9. So we can divide it by 9. This is 3. And after 9, 1. 61 is 6. 54, you have 7. 8. 1, 6, x 0, you have 3. Okay, 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 8 is 15. Okay, 15 plus 0 is 15. So you know that all the sum of all the digits for this number can be divided by 3. So each once again can be cancelled by 3. So 3 times this one is 5. 560. Okay, so this is 560 times 25. So the answer for this one is, we can do it by the something that tricky way. So the answer is 14000. I take 4 to 25 and become 100. So the answer for x is 400. So we must make the conclusion. So the number of visitor was 14000 last year. Okay, so this is question 7. Okay, make sure that you know what you are going to calculate. Okay, now we will go to question 8. Okay, one by one. Okay, after that, so I'll give you 15 seconds for you. Okay, question 8. Okay, now this is your turn. I'll give you 30 seconds. First of all, define all these words. 35 million in 2014. This is a year, right? It is increased by 6.5% in 2015. And find the increase, okay, in the price of the fat. Okay, now I want you to know is that what is the meaning of this number and what's the meaning of this number and what we are going to find. Okay, use something that to understand. I'll give you 15 seconds. Okay, for question 8, 35 million, obviously, in 2004, so it's past. Okay, so this one, obviously, original value. For 6.5, obviously, this one is the percentage increase. And what we're going to find is the increase only. So the green one. So if we go back to the question 2 we discussed at the beginning of the video. So what we are going to do is we are going to find the increase in price of the fat is. Okay, so what we are going to do is that we just write 35 million times 6.5% immediately. Okay, so we have these answers quickly. So we have 3,500,000 times 6.5 over 100. So once again, 3,500,000 times 65 over 1,000. So you can cancel 30 immediately. So you have 35 times 65. So the answer from 35 times 65, okay, let me calculate. 25. Okay, so the answer for this one is 2275000. Okay. The answer is $2,275,000. So this is the answer for the increase. Okay, every time you must know the question is that you must read the question carefully. What is the meaning of this number? If you know it well, you can solve the problem easily for every question, okay? Because every time I will not tell you that the how many things that you in the question, maybe you have different English words, different understanding in the question, but you can look at the number one by one, so you can know what's the meaning of it. Just like the last question, question 9. You are not required to know that. Okay, now you are going to calculate the length of an elastic band. In case in Chinese it's called 橡筋圈. You are not required to know this in case. Increased by 25% when is extend. Extend is that 延長. This one you must know. By, okay, once again, by. Okay, 1.5 cm. Find the original length of the elastic band. Okay, now, so what we are going to do is that you must define all these numbers first. So can you tell me, I'll ask you in 15 seconds. Okay, now, first of all, I want to ask you is that, obviously, we're going to calculate the original value, okay? Original length. This one is the original value. So this one is the original value. Every time we are going to find the original value, you will need to let unknown x. So we have net x here. Okay, this is related, just like question 7. And then we have two numbers. For 25%, obviously, this is percentage increase. So I want to define is that 1.5 cm is the new value or just the increase part. The answer for this one is that by an extender. So this one is just the increase. So every time look at the question carefully and you will find it's so easy for you to understand all these questions one by one. Okay, this one is the increase only. So it's obvious then x times 25%, immediately you will get 1.5. So you can get the answer quickly to this. So you have x equals 1.5 divided by 25%. Okay, so you will have x equals 1.5 times 100 over 25. You can do the cancellation. 125 told you the multiple of 25, 1 and 4. So x equals 6. So the original length is 6 cm. Okay, now you can look at the question one by one. So make sure that every time I must define what is the original value, what is the percentage increase, and do they give me the new value or do they give me the original value? Okay, this is the end of this video. Thanks for watching. So make sure that you know how to do this.